And I think it was too small to have a drum set. I couldn't fit a drum set in my bedroom, and my mother surely wouldn't allow me to have it in the living room. So I was learning how to play music by ear. So listening to Beatles records on my bedroom floor with a Beatles songbook, but without having a drum set, I would set up these pillows on my bedroom floor and I would play along to records. I kind of came up with my idea of drumming and how it should be done. It's like wild with inconsistencies, and I'm sure there's plenty of things that drum teachers would smack my hand for doing, but I appreciate doing it the way that I do it. I don't think I'm the greatest drummer in the world, but when I sit down at a drum set, I'll just pulverize it. It's kind of what I do.
You write really cleverly about the moment you hit the big time, really, watching Smells Like Teen Spirit on MTV.
You know, the punk rock underground was kind of like ethically suffocating. You know, you were conditioned to reject any sort of commerciality or conformity, any sort of like top 40 radio, things like that. So then when your band becomes popular, like, what do you do? Like, how do you reconcile those two things, or how do you justify that, you know? And it's difficult. I mean, it's one of the things that really affected Nirvana. None of us ever thought that we were going to be this gigantic band. We were perfectly comfortable in our little corner of the underground, doing it the way we'd always done it. But unfortunately, Kurt's songs were so good that millions and millions of people connected to it. And so you could either see it as a blessing or a celebration, or you could see it as some sort of curse. And there's this weird guilt and shame in that, which I think is really dangerous. I think it's dangerous because when you were young on your bedroom floor, there was no guilt then. When you're learning to play an instrument or learning to write songs, there's no guilt then.
Foo Fighters looks like the most fun in the world that anyone can have kind of legally. And, you know, in your live shows, you know, you seem to have such a good time. You invite people up onto stage. You have Rick Astley play with you. You'll invite a stranger out of the audience to play drums.
When we started the Foo Fighters, it wasn't just like starting a band. It wasn't just like putting some guys together with instruments. We were young and we were not finished playing music. But more than that, we just needed something to look forward to. We needed something to like get us through life. And if you think of it that way, then every day you wake up and you really appreciate that you have this. I feel so fortunate that I'm alive and that I'm in the Foo Fighters and I get to share this with all of my friends. We're a fun bunch. I mean, we really are. Like, I always tell people that when we show up to an airport, there's usually 3 or 4 vans to take the band to the hotel. But we all still climb into one. It still works that way. Like, we still feel like this. And I can honestly say that we have more fun than any other band in the world. I think it's true.
Dave Grohl, thank you very much indeed.
All right, man. Thank you very much. Take care.